focusing on your one thing, because 80% of your success is based on 20% of your activities. And that 20% is your time blocking, your prospecting, that's it.
Hi, welcome to the Realtors Conspiracy Podcast. I'm here today with Marcy Estrada with Keller Williams. You have been a realtor for many years and you're also a coach with Keller Williams. So do you want to tell us about your background in real estate?
Yes. Yes. I have been a realtor for, I think this is my 17th year.
Wow.
I started at another brokerage and came over to Keller Williams about 7 years ago. And I'm loving it.
Okay, cool. And then what's your day-to-day like as a realtor?
Like this.
Nice.
Busy. My days are very busy. Entertaining.
Yes.
I love what I do. In my days, because I'm a coach, I teach people how to block their time, how to block their calendar. So I do that. I block my calendar, and every day at a certain time, I do my prospecting, which is, consists of touching your database, getting back in touch with your clients so that you're always in their minds.
Yeah.
And then I have a certain time for answering emails, a certain time for, you have to be consistent. It is the consistency that makes you or breaks you in this business. Yeah.
And why did you choose real estate 17 years ago?
I actually thought I was going to have a lot of free time.
Nice.
No, I chose real estate because I had a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old at the time, and I wanted to be able to go on field trips. I wanted to be able to be there for them and work around their schedule. And at that time, I actually thought I was going to be able to do it part-time.
And then you just catapult yourself.
Yeah, everyone thinks the same, right? Like you're going to be able to manage your time and do it. No, you can manage your time, but everyone thinks that they're going to be able to work part-time and have this, but it doesn't work out that way. No. You actually have to work harder than if you work for somebody. Yes. And you have to be very disciplined and very scheduled if you want to have a life.
Yeah.
Now, for me, I wanted to spend time with my kids, and I did.
So you had that opportunity.
I did. I had the opportunity to spend all the time I wanted with them, and I worked around it. I was able to achieve it. Not easy at times, not easily achieved, but it can be done. And now they're both away in university, and I'm just, and loving it.
What would you say the 3 main things that you did that made you successful? What did you focus on?
People. I focused on people skills.
Okay.
I was actually very lucky when I had just started real estate. I went on a course.
Okay.
And in this course, they talked about the DISC personality profile.
Okay.
And I thought I had discovered the world. I did. So I actually went to the library and I looked into it, and I became obsessed with it.
Yeah.
I became obsessed with the DISC, and I started, I made it my number one priority to recognize what people are, what their DISC profile is as soon as I meet them, because that way you can talk to them the way they need to be talked to, not the way you need to talk. And at the end of the day, what I realized is that when you're in front of people, they only care about 3 things.
Okay.
Can I trust you?
Oh.
Do you care about me? Can you help me?
Okay.
And if you are able to fulfill those 3 needs, people will gravitate toward you. And so I work towards that very diligently. I work towards making my people skills better. Yeah.
Very good.
So that's what worked for me.
So you integrated that in your business, in your meetings, in your CMAs, in your prospecting.
Everything. From the moment I speak to somebody, I do mirror and match.
Yeah.
If they have lower energy, I lower it down. If they're like the high, I amp myself up. Because that way you become like them, right? And they like you because you're like them, right? So you connect with them, and this business is all about connection.
Yes,
it's all about establishing a connection with your buyer, with your seller, and it's been proven it works.
And then you teach the course now.
I do.
You teach it to other realtors to help them out. What else do you focus on in your coaching to help realtors grow?
People skills are huge.
Yes.
Time blocking.
Okay.
Self-discipline, mindset.
Okay.
Mindset. I've noticed that I read a lot. So all my books that I read are all about mindset, energy, self-improvement, you name it. I'm a big Tony Robbins girl,
Yes.
So I teach mindset because 90% of your success is mindset. And people who have self-awareness, 80% of people who are successful have self-awareness.
Okay.
So I teach them that to stay, because this is a no business, right?
Yes.
And it is a contact sport.
Yes.
So I always, you hear this did not come from me. I heard it in a course, but every time somebody says no to you, just be grateful and move on because you're one more closer to a yes.
Yeah.
Right? So, and yet keeping that mindset when you're hearing no, it's not easy. Right? So you have to watch your vocabulary, watch your words, watch your mind. I always say, be careful with what you think, what you say, because your mind might hear you.
So be positive.
Be positive.
Keep the positivity.
Yeah.
Gratitude.
Yeah, I'm very big on that. So I teach that. Mindset, time blocking, watch your words, watch your body language, mirror and match, be able to engage people. So it works. The rest is just a process.
Yeah,
it's just
systems
the rest
and
is just
processes.
paperwork.
Yeah. When you take a new agent that you work with, what's your number one advice that you would give that agent to get started?
Don't spend a lot of time getting ready to get ready.
Nice. Practicing.
Just go and do it.
Okay.
Go and do it.
Yeah.
A lot of realtors think when they're brand new, think that they have to have everything in order, that their CMA has to be ready. No, just go out and talk to people.
Yeah.
And when you have to do the CMA, then we'll figure it out. I will teach you then how to do it. Right now, just go talk to people. Because that's what this business is about. It's about making connections and talking to people. So I focus on that.
And those agents that you've helped become superstars, what's the difference between someone who makes it and someone who doesn't make it?
Consistency.
Wow. Okay.
Consistency. It's in the consistency. It's not easy.
Yeah.
You're talking to people, you're knocking on doors, you're making your calls, and it doesn't happen. Yeah. And the difference between this one and this one is that this one realizes that there's a lag time in everything, right? So every relationship, every business, everything that you do succeeds or fails slowly and then suddenly.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
So
that's a great way to put it.
Yeah. Slowly and then suddenly. So when they're making their calls, they're knocking on doors, they're and they feel like it's not happening, and they usually quit when they're just about to break through. Right?
It's like that image, right? The guy digging for gold.
Yeah. And it's that lag period, that lag time. They quit when they're just about to break through that lag time. And it's the ones that keep focusing on the end result,
That will make it.
And again, that's mindset, right? It's all in the mindset and believing in yourself.
Yeah.
And but that is the difference.
Very cool.
That is the difference.
That's very good. And then you're big on integrity. Do you want to talk about the integrity part of it? How do you keep the integrity in the industry, or how do you transfer that integrity to?
I always say to them, don't compromise your integrity. No deal is ever worth compromising your integrity.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you are the one who has to go home and go to bed, and are you gonna sleep well that night?
Yeah.
You take you with you wherever you go, and your integrity will follow you. And real estate is a community. We all know each other.
You all know who did what.
We all know each other, and I'm big on that, because we should support each other, and we should no, like I said, no deal is ever worth your integrity. And they say if you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see, it's not the mirror's fault. It's not.
The problem is on this side.
Yeah, it's on this side.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, if you don't have integrity, you'll do a deal, but you will be a transactional realtor, right?
Yeah.
You'll do one transaction, and then that person will never want to do business with you again.
So you lose that client.
You
100%.
do. You do one transaction. Whereas if you are in integrity at all times, they will keep coming back to you, because at the end of the day, can I trust you? Do you care about me? And can you help me?
That is fantastic.
Right?
Yeah.
And you achieve that by staying in integrity at all times.
Very good. What would you say would be your greatest reward as a realtor and as a coach on both sides?
The relationships.
Okay.
The relationships that you establish. As a realtor, the relationship that I have with my clients is great. And knowing that you did something good, knowing that you were a part of something that was so important.
Yeah. The greatest investment, the greatest.
And you really get to know them.
Yeah.
You become a counselor, you become a marriage counselor, you become an everything, right? You really get to know them. And so you become a part of their family. And if you don't stay in touch with them after the house has closed, they actually go into this kind of withdrawal. They miss you, right?
That's funny.
They
so you
do,
keep in touch with
because
them.
you've been so close to them at all times.
Yeah.
So being a part of my clients' lives like that and belonging to them, it's very rewarding. For my coaching clients, it is the watching them succeed.
Nice.
Because you can tell. They have that twinkle in their eye. You can tell the ones that are going to be successful.
They're listening.
They're listening.
They're showing up.
They're showing up, and they want it.
Yeah.
They want it, and you can tell when they want it. And watching them succeed it's so rewarding.
Yeah, it's a proud moment.
It is. They're almost like my kids.
Yes.
They feel like my kids. When you watch your kid do something, you go, yes.
You're so proud.
Yes, yeah. So it's the same thing. You're so proud of them when they get that first listing, when they do that first deal, and it's almost like it's happening to me all over again. And it feels like that.
Yeah.
It feels like when I did my first deal so many years ago, I remember how excited I was. I'm still as excited when I do a deal nowadays. But that first deal is like your first car.
Nice.
You
always remember.
You always remember your first everything, right?
Yeah.
So it's important. It matters.
Yeah.
And they make me proud.
Yeah.
Because it comes with a few tears.
Yeah.
It comes with a lot of legwork and challenges. So when they do achieve it, good on them.
And they must be so grateful for you
to
have them walk through all that. So it's a give and take both ways.
It is rewarding.
Yeah.
Very rewarding.
Very cool.
Yeah.
You touched on education. Tim Robbins is someone you like. What else would be book or education podcast, stuff that you listen to or read that you would recommend?
Oh my gosh, how long have you got? For realtors, I read different things. For realtors, I honestly recommend reading The One Thing.
Yeah.
Focusing on your one thing, because 80% of your success is based on 20% of your activities. And that 20% is your time blocking, your prospecting, that's it.
Yeah.
So for realtors, I recommend The One Thing, the Millionaire Real Estate book.
Millionaire Real Estate Agent, yeah.
It's a great book.
Yeah.
And for mindset, I have been to Tony Robbins a few times.
Yeah.
Great events, great events. I've done the fire walk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I haven't been, but I think I've heard a lot about
it's
it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So Tony Robbins is great. Books and podcasts. Brian Buffini has a great podcast.
Yes.
That it's all about mindset and it's the same kind of thing, right? Books, I love The Untethered Soul. Great book.
Okay, I don't know that.
The book Think and Grow Rich.
Yes.
It's not do and grow rich. It's think and grow rich.
Yes.
Mindset again, right? Mindset. That book was written so many years ago.
Still relevant.
And he got it. Think and grow rich, right? Have the mindset.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's so many books I could recommend.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about what's exciting coming up in the future for you? How do you see your career?
Well, I am working on increasing my, always, growing as a realtor. Right now I'm coaching. I coach the realtors who are brand new that come into the business.
Yeah.
I take them from zero to hero,
Yes.
and I love that.
Yeah.
I also coach realtors who, we call them at Keller Williams, we call them the cappers.
Okay.
Realtors who have an established career, but they just want to be better.
Yeah.
There's
always room.
There's always room, right? Yeah. And so I coach those people one-on-one, and I'm looking at expanding my coaching program. I became a certified life coach a few years ago.
Okay.
And I'm also an instructor. So I coach. I'm the productivity coach. So I coach realtors with life, with business.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at growing my coaching business, and I'm also looking at growing my real estate career. So
nice.
I'm a busy girl. Yeah, I'm always
sure.
looking for new clients, always looking to expand my business.
Yeah.
And
grow.
And grow. Yeah. Because let's face it, if you're not growing, you're dying.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
No one's sitting still.
Yeah.
So
what do you do for fun when you have time?
I love reading.
Okay.
I love to read. Believe it or not, that's fun for me. I love reading. I also I do yoga.
Nice.
I do yoga.
Keeps your mindset. So
yeah. And I have friends. We go out with my friends.
Yeah.
I enjoy my kids a lot.
Yeah.
I spend they're away at university, but every time I get a chance, I have time with my kids.
It can't be all work all the time.
No.
You gotta balance it.
But you gotta make work fun too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a chore.
Yeah.
And if it's a chore, you're in the wrong business.
That's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us on the episode.
Thank you.